going to talk about the evil, really bad, no good, terrible, horrible, vicious, nasty, inhuman Chinese Communist Party. I'm sorry if that was too nice. It was too nice, really. These are just straight up evil people. We're going to call it the CC Palooza, right? The Chinese Communist Party Palooza. We're going to do it every week. We're going to talk about exposing this beast, this evil machine for what it really is, because this is a plague on humanity that intends to take over the earth. If you want to see, you saw the way the Wuhan virus spread. That's the CCP's intent for its governing tentacles. And by governing, I mean tyranny, I mean control, I mean totalitarianism. That's the intent of the CCP all over the earth. They unleashed this virus on us. They unleashed this virus on us. I'll say it. No, it's not a conspiracy theory. This is the reality. Was it a mistake or was it intentional? I think it was a mistake. I think it was incompetence, as always happens in totalitarian regimes, right? It's about ego and demands. It's not about the realities of science. This virus got released on us by the Chinese Communist Party. That's how evil they are. They covered it up. They destroyed the evidence. That's how evil they are. Do you need historical evidence of how evil they are? Somewhere under Mao, under just Mao, somewhere between 40 and 80 million human beings perished of unnatural causes. They were directly killed. Many of them died in the famine caused by, ironically, something called the Great Leap Forward. See, this is what Marxists do with language, right? Men are women, women are men, like going back 100 years and causing everybody to starve instead of being called some kind of regression or retrogression is called a Great Leap Forward. Somewhere between 40 and 80 million people. Now, we don't know the total number. And part of the reason is because they don't tell us. They lie about this kind of stuff. This is what the CCP is about. But I got to tell you, the CCP is in trouble. I don't think the center can hold in China. And how fast or how slow this happens, I don't know. But here's the thing. They introduced capitalism into the Chinese totalitarian system, right? We opened our markets to them. I actually think in hindsight, this was a big mistake. And Nixon did this, right? He traveled to China, opened our markets, opened trade with China, opened relations with China. I think it was a bad thing. We enriched China to our detriment. When companies go to China to do business in China, our companies are required to turn over their intellectual property. China just steals it. Our companies are required to have Chinese majority ownership where they're, and all of their companies, ultimately in one way or another, controlled by, under the thumb of the evil CCP. Because when the CCP comes to you and says, you're going to do this, you're going to turn over that data to us, you're going to turn over that patent information to us, you're going to turn over those secrets to us, you can't say no because they'll throw you in jail. So now you have these giant commercial enterprises and they're kind of getting out of control. And by that, I mean, they're kind of not as much as under the thumb of the CCP as the CCP would like. And right now in China, the CCP is placing Chinese authorities, Chinese Communist Party authorities in these companies into positions of control. It's not going to work out well. Not for these companies. I think we're going to start to see wide-scale seizure of Western assets of companies that are partnered in these companies in China. And I think the United States needs to be ready for this. We need to pass a law that says if they seize any of these assets, we seize their assets here because they own a lot of stuff here too. And we need to be ready for the coming war. Is the war going to be a hot war? I don't know. I don't think so right now. I don't look to be a hot war. I think it's a technology war. I think it's a spy war. It's a cyber warfare war. It's a patent war. It's a technology war. It's a medicine war. I think we're seeing it's potentially a bio war, biohazard war. But we better be ready. And so every week on this show, we're going to expose stuff like this. I'm here live in Philadelphia at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. When you hear the phrase lives, fortunes, and sacred honor, these are the folks we should think of, those who anonymously gave their lives. Well, today you have a chance to volunteer. You need to volunteer for conventionofstates.com, the movement that's going to save the country. These folks are willing to step up and give everything. We need you to give just a little bit. Go to conventionofstates.com and volunteer today.